10 teams in this tournament, and just being here is something to be commended on. Just qualifying to be part of this event, you got to qualify through a bunch of different avenues, but they are truly the best in the redfish world, and we are thankful to have them all here in beautiful Fisherman's Wharf. Port Aransas has been a great host community for us this week. Fisherman's Wharf, always a great place. This is kind of the rebirth of the Redfish Cup that happened here 5 years ago, and we're happy to be back here. It's been a few years, but let's hear it for Fisherman's Wharf and Port Aransas, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun way in here, and it was a tough day out there today, Chris.
I feel, this morning I told him it's going to be a little sporty out there. I feel like I undersold things a little bit. What do you think? It definitely was just that. But, we do have a $75,000 first place prize at stake. We really wanted to get all 3 days in and see, the anglers were talking about it on Thursday. They knew today was going to be challenging. They knew what the weather was going to throw at them. They did practice accordingly to some sort of, find some of those areas that might work today. So we wanted to make sure they were able to take advantage of those efforts. They got out. They're all back safe. We had a couple that didn't have any fish that called for the trailers and trailered back. They had no fish. So probably smart decision on their part. But everyone's back safe and sound, and we're going to have a fantastic way, and it's going to be close. I've been glued to it all day, watching it on Bassmaster Live and Roku. It's been fantastic. Fishing was a little slow. It was actually pretty good first thing in the morning, then a big-time lull middle of the day. And, boy, we got out here to get ready for the weigh in the last hour. It was like boom, boom, boom. It was going off like crazy.
Well, we're going to find out how it all works out here in just a few minutes' time. I want to thank you guys all for coming out here today. You guys have been great supporting this event, and we love coming here to Port Aransas. Hopefully we're here many times in the future.
Yeah, and I do got to thank Shelly and Brett with Port Aransas for fantastic jobs supporting this event. We're already in discussions to have future Redfish Cups here. Of course, Captain D and Fisherman's Wharf, what a great facility. I've heard so much about it over the years, and to get here, experience it, and be able to take it home and tell others about what a great place, what a great destination, whether you're fishing or you want to go to the beach or if you want to go ride one of those kites out there. I guess if you get the right day, you can do all of that.
You definitely can do that today. All right, you guys ready to start this weigh-in? You need to make lots of noise for all our anglers. One more time. Are you ready? Let's get ready to weigh up our first team from the Redfish world, from Texas. Let me hear it for Reese Tisdale and Jeremy Reeves. Currently in 8th place, started the day with 22 pounds, 15 ounces. Need 10-13 to take the lead. One fish here today, 7 pounds, 2 ounces. They move into 2nd place with 30 pounds and an ounce. Going to dig deep in that Crush City weigh-in bag and hold that fish up for you, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you make lots of noise. We're happy to have all our anglers back here. Let's hear it for them, ladies and gentlemen. $30 pounds and an ounce, sitting in 2nd place, and one today, but one is to be commended because, man, that was not easy. What you guys competed in today was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was tough. We knew this was going to be tough. We did not make our run. We actually got to San Antonio Bay, still tried to hug that shoreline up by Rockport, got around that corner. It was 5-footers, and we were not going to put ourselves or that guy in that danger. So we've done this a lot of times. I've totaled a boat years ago doing this, but we grinded, and with 2 minutes to go, we saw 4 fish in the last 7-8 minutes. Matter of fact, camera guy, we just don't put the camera go. We're about to go. We're going to run out of time. Last second, I saw that fish, hooked him, and that's what we had. That's the best we could do today.
Well, hey, just being part of this is something to be commended on, and getting back here safe, the most important thing. I'm sure the beach wasn't quite as good for Junior today.
Yeah, it's just a blessing to be here to qualify through our series, the Elite Fishing Series. Thank you to those guys for giving us the avenue to be able to be here. I want a big shout out to all of our wives, especially mine, my wife Paige, been here all week with me and really supporting us. And for Chris, the tournament director, Thursday night, we were supposed to be here at the captain's dinner, the briefing. My son had a football game, and I asked the question, hey, can I leave and go to the game? And Bass approved that, and I'm super thankful. There's not a lot of series out there that would do that. So thank you guys for everything you guys do and for putting this event on. Thank you, Yamaha and Skeeter. It's a first-class deal, and we're proud to be part of it.
We're proud to have you as part of it. How do you do in the football game?
They won. He played well. So.
Well, good. See you later, buddy. All right. Next up, we got one of our hybrid teams having a great event coming into today. Chris Cincy and the main event, Tyler Williams. Had 29 pounds and 4 ounces, left the dock this morning in second place, but came back a little early.
Yeah, we didn't catch any fish. It was a tough day. It's very muddy, very rough, windy, everything very salty. I was spitting salt out for the first hour of the day. But it was a fun tournament. I mean, I can't complain. I'm here kind of on vacation. It's no points, no crazy stuff. I'm just having fun. I'm just trying to catch some fish. And it's pretty bad when it's hard to go back to cast forward because of how hard the wind's blowing. And today was that. Today was the hardest wind I've ever fished in. Maybe not the biggest waves, but the hardest wind for sure. It's whoever won it today earned it. That's for sure.
Well, you guys had a great week here this week. It's great to have you as part of it. And, Chris, great to have you here again. And I know that this one hurts.
Yeah, just want to say thank you, Porter Andis. You guys rock. Great fishery. We came into today. Also want to thank Yamaha. I couldn't do it without my Egret boats, my Norsk lithium batteries, Power Pole, and Shimano. Now I'll tell you what happened today. We had a coin toss. We could have caught fish over here. We had, maybe 10 or 12 pounds. But we knew that the winning fish were down there, and we wanted to win, and we were 4 pounds out, and we thought Clark would catch him. And he was going down there. We're like, well, we're going to go down there. We weren't fishing too far from each other. Not too bad crossing the bay, only about this big, and got down there, and the tide was a foot higher and just a mud pit. And I didn't know that when the wind blew out of the north that hard, because I've been here before, and it was 20 to 25. It would stay clear on the flats, but it was a legitimate mud pit. And it started even blowing harder and harder, and it was like we finally found some clean water, and it was just the fish weren't there, and we're like, we're not going to come kill ourselves and trying to come back through here. So hindsight's 20/20. I'm so blessed to be here, so blessed the Bassmaster throws this. I'm so blessed that Yamaha does all this stuff. I couldn't have done it without the 250 show on the back of that egret, but I will tell you this, whoever won earned it. And like I said, hindsight's 20/20. I'm just blessed to be here. It's awesome fishing with Tyler. He's such an awesome human being and a great guy and just fun. And, it's just one of those things where next time if I come back and it's blowing hard, I'm not going that way. I promise you that.
Well, I'm just happy to have you back here today. Congrats, guys, on a great event. All right, another team from the redfish world. Let me hear it for Bo Favre and Frank Risk. They got a limit of fish here today. Our first limit of the day, 22 pounds and an ounce to start the day. Need 11.11 to take the lead. 2 fish, 9 pounds, 11 ounces, just 2 pounds short of the overall lead, but they move into second place with 31 pounds and 12 ounces. $31.12 and sitting in second place at the Yamaha Redfish Cup, presented by Skeeter Boats. £31, 12 ounces. They move into second place, and just getting 2 today. There's Port Aransas incredible fishery, but you guys were dealt some really tough conditions to compete in today.
Oh yeah, it was bad all day. Bad getting there, bad coming back. Got pressure washed there a little bit with some salt water, but we made it through the day. And I tell you what, the 24 Mama VX, I wouldn't have wanted to been anything else out there today. Did a great job on the big waves out there, and had a good time. First time fishing with Frank. We didn't give up. We caught those fish right at the end of the day. I wish we would have had another hour. We would have definitely caught 2 or 3 more fish if we would have had another hour.
Tough break, but man, second place, and you got a limit every day, which is just something to be proud of in this tournament. Going to be in a very, very rare club with that.
Yeah, I've had a blast here. Thanks to everybody that puts us on, Port Aransas. I'd be doing injustice if I didn't thank a few people quickly. Mamba Boats, Jim and Jared Poole, awesome people. Lithium Pros batteries and power pole. We couldn't have done it without that today. And if anybody needs someone to test the limits of a boat, this is your guy right here. I'll tell you that.
Did he test the limits of his partner?
No, not at all. We fish well together. I hope he feels the same way. But he pushed that boat to the limits today.
Well, glad to have you both back here safe, sitting in second place. So a great finish no matter what way it works out. One of our hybrid teams from Florida, Robbie Hunziker, fishing with Carl Jacobson from the Bassmaster Elite Series. That's towels. That's the best day to use that towel because it hasn't been used a lot. 23 pounds, 14 ounces, but today a little tougher. Nothing to bring across the stage here today, Carl. But, hey, your first redfish event, you going to do more of these?
Yeah, I had an absolute blast. Definitely not disappointed. We gave it everything we've got. If we brought those fish in on day one, we would have been going in today in second. So we were making this huge run. Robbie did all the work. He found the areas, found the fish, found the technique, and I got to just be a co-angler and sit in the Skeeter with him and go fishing. And he's an incredible partner to have all week. Port Aransas is a special place. I had great food. The people were awesome. The fishing was incredible. So if you're watching this and you want to get down here, when the wind doesn't blow, it's a lot of fun. And I want to get up on one of those towers and see the redfish. Robbie's been sort of bragging about how good it is when you get to stand up on those towers and look down at those fish and sight fish them. But yeah, got the invite. Been seeing it down here for the last 4 years, and just thank you to Skeeter, thanks to Yamaha. Robbie runs one of the big bay boat Skeeters with a Yamaha on it, and today I was definitely glad to be in that. We never felt out of our league, and Robbie got us there and back safe. So that's all you can do, and just huge thanks to Robbie and an awesome time down here in Texas. Can't wait to come back.
Great having you here this week, Carl. Robbie, I know it's a tough way to finish an event, but, man, you had a fun week with Carl.
I had a blast. Don't let him fool you. It says I did all this stuff. Like, these dudes can fish. As you know, you're around them. These bass guys can go anywhere and figure it out. Even the way he thinks of things, I learned a bunch this week. So we had a blast. I hope we get to do it again. I love Texas. I've been here. It's my third or fourth time here. I love fishing this place. Not when it's 40. But it's great, but I'm really glad to be in my Skeeter Yamaha, like Carl said. It's the best boat I've ever had. I want to thank Chris Brown and Skeeter and Yamaha and Bass for doing this, and everybody else who helps me along the way. It's been a great event.
We loved having you here. Hope to see you here again in the future. And, Carl, we'll see you next season. All right, let's keep them rolling through our next team. Get loud from the redfish world, from Florida. Let me hear it for Tony Varsillo and Darren Frost. Started the day with 28.11. They need 5 pounds and an ounce to take the lead. They've got 2 fish looking for 5 pounds and an ounce to take the lead. 12 pounds, 6 ounces with 41 pounds and an ounce. They are leading the Yamaha Redfish Cup presented by Skeeter Boats. 41-1. And a critical decision that they made may pay off big here in just a few minutes. We'll see how it all works out. 41 pounds and an ounce, and they are leading the Yamaha Bassmaster Redfish Cup presented by Skeeter Boats. 41-1, and that 12-6 can go a long way on a day like today. And we kind of talked at the tanks. You guys made a business decision. That's a great way to call it. Tell me about said business decision.
Well, last night our best fish were pretty good ways. We had to cross Corpus Christi Bay, and so last night we were 80-20, desperate to get to those fish. We knew we could win if we got there. This morning it was more of a 50-50. And by the time we came around that corner for checkout, said, no, sir, we're staying close. I had this weird vision of floating in Corpus Christi with a Coast Guard coming to get my big butt. And I was like, we're done. I said, we both agreed. We were very much at peace. There was no arguments. Thank God we spent Wednesday dedicated to find spots out of the wind. And we found 2 spots that were holding fish. and we just let it ride. We went there. We were done by 9 o'clock. We never caught another good fish after that. I think we had a 3-pounder. We called it, upgraded, and just kept casting and grinding to try to upgrade and just let it ride. So hopefully it works out. We'll see. It's going to be close.
You said you could get about 12 pounds, but staying close, you weighed in 12.6. So your business decisions, mathematics seems right on.
Yep. That's what we saw pre-fishing. We had a couple of low 6s. That's what we ended up catching. So kind of knew what was there. That's why we didn't go there yesterday. But I hope it pays off, man. That's all I could say. Thank God. I thank Jim and Jared Poole for allowing us to just fly in here. We thank you guys for putting this on. This is like a dream come true to be able to fish this. I mean, like I said yesterday, we worked really hard. I've been doing this since 2005. Darren a little bit less than me, but we just been working so hard. Our goal was to make this tournament, to somehow get. We didn't know. We thought just the team of the year got it. We ended up runner up behind Ryan and Pat, and we squeezed in. We got here. We pre-fished, and I don't know what else to say. Thank God for giving us a couple decent fish today.
Well, I don't know if it's a good sign or not, but you kept saying "Let It Ride," and I don't know if you realize what song's playing in the background, but it keeps saying repeatedly "Let It Ride." So we'll see how this all works out. Do you think the business decision is going to pay off here, Darren?
I sure hope so. I'm so excited I can't even speak. He just talked more than I've ever heard him talk in my life, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I want to thank Jim for sure and Jared with Mamba. I mean, they've been awesome to us, absolutely awesome. Mike also, he's here. Appreciate you coming out, buddy. I just can't thank him enough. Thanks, Skeeter, Yamaha, for putting this on. Thank you guys, and man, let's just see what happens. Oh, I'm so excited.
Well, you don't have to go too far. Have a seat in our hot seats here, guys, and we'll see if they can let it ride all the way to this title. $75,000 on the line, and what a decision they made. Our next team, a hybrid team, all the way from California and the Elite Series. Let me hear it for Bryant Smith, fishing with Corpus Christi, Texas Redfish Pro, Kevin Aiken. You don't need the towel by the looks of things.
No, not today, man. We needed it on the ride over, but we just had a tough day. We had a good game plan. We practiced for this condition. We saw it coming. Kevin knows this place so well. I trusted every decision he made, and it just didn't work out. We didn't get in front of him today, but I had an amazing time. This is a really special place. I hope I get to come back one day. Red fishing in general, I mean, I've caught 2 redfish my whole life before this tournament, and Kevin pretty much, I mean, he schooled me. He taught me how to do it, what to look for, how to catch them, everything like that. So I really appreciate having him take me for a ride on the boat and teach me, everything he's learned over these long years out here. And thank you for Skeeter Yamaha for the invite. Hopefully I can talk him into getting me back here, because this was a blast. But man, it is what it is. It's fishing, and they got fins. They swam away from us today.
Well, we'd love to have you back here again in the future. But, Kevin, getting an opportunity to compete on this pretty close to home, got to feel good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It felt great. And then you getting to fish with this guy all week long, even today with us not getting bit on fish when we should have been. We still had a good, fun day of fishing the whole time we've been together. And, the older I get in life, the more I'm like, man, I like especially hanging out with this guy. The problem was I gave him an open invite to come back whenever he wants to, and he's probably coming back tomorrow.
Well, that's a good thing. It could be worse. He could be waiting. He could be counting the minutes to get away from you. So I'm glad that things went well. And I remember on live today you said that. The good thing about this team is we can still have fun even when we're not catching fish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's no doubt. That's one thing we can't do is have fun. Now, we thought we had a good plan for this. Afterwards, we did not. But the good thing is, if this is the worst thing that happens to us in fishing, we're all right.
That's a great attitude. Thanks, guys. All right, next up, we have a team from the Redfish world. Let me hear it for Lance Reynolds and Austin Angel. Had 23 pounds and 11 ounces to start the day today. One fish here today, 412, going to give them 28 pounds, 7 ounces. They move into 6th place currently. But just having a fish to bring across the stage, something to be commended on. here on a tough championship Sunday. You guys should get in politics. You bring a cute kid up with you, hold the fish. Nobody notices there's not another one.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, look, we struggled all day long. We caught 3 fish. Biggest one was about 15 inches all day, and then we made a move with 30 minutes left, and I think we caught 8 or 9 fish. We had one that went about 4 pounds, like it showed, and then we had one that was painting the line, just so close to making it that we should have probably taken a chance, but then started thinking, well, if it doesn't make 20, we DQ because we didn't follow state law, So we decided to throw it back. But great time out here. Our first class event. It's highly recommended if you qualify. Get your butts down here and fish the Bassmaster Redfish Cup. It was fun.
Well, first class pros, and we love having you as part of this. And unfortunately, not going to take the title this time around. But just being part of this event, something special, and I know it'll just spur you on to get back here.
Yeah, this was a great experience. Met a lot of great guys. I run the event perfect. To all my redfish guys, all the other tours we fish, you qualify, you need to come do this for sure. It's a great experience. We enjoyed it, had fun. Pre-fishing was good to us, and when tournament came around, it went bad for us. But it was great. We had a good time. Families here, everybody's here. And we like Port Aransas. We had a great time down there. So always a pleasure.
We loved having you. Got something to say today? Totally. That's what a lot of our anglers felt like making that run. Our next team just happens to be our reigning and defending champions. Get loud, ladies and gentlemen, for Mark Robinson and Mike Finette. Started today with 16.5. Today, not going to have anything across the stage, but we're just happy to have you back here because you made the right decision and you got back here safe.
Today was unbelievable, right? It was nasty from the jump. We knew it was going to be tough all day long. But look, we're two guys that say if we got to go, we're going all the way. All right, we're not going to just start to figure out something else, and we're already 5 to 6 days committed into this tournament. So if we got to wake up and make the run, that's fine. We got to get our butts kicked, that's fine, but we're going all the way, and we did. And I tell you what, about 3/4 of the way through a 60-mile run, we're about an hour and a half into it. And it took us about 45 minutes all week to get all the way there. And we looked at each other, and I don't know what's wrong with either one of us, but we're cracking up laughing. Because we just know that we're not going to catch them. We know that we made a horrible decision to even come out here, but we also know that we have the experience and the knowledge that very few people have on the water to even be safe in that condition. So for that, I'm happy to be with Mark Robinson. Watching him run these waters was unbelievable. But I've got a lot of sponsors that have taken care of me, over my career. I want to start and say thank you to my dad. Big Mike Finette is my legend, and he's a legend to most people in the Gulf Coast. And I wish he was here with me, and he'll always be with me when I chase redfish. But when he's alive and he's not with me, I'll tell you what, it don't feel right. And I owe it all to him. But I really want to thank Bassmaster specifically. I want to thank Yamaha, and I want to thank Skeeter. Their equipment is absolutely beautiful, and I've never run a Yamaha or a Skeeter in my professional career in my life. But they give all of us an opportunity to live our dream. And we pray that the Redfish Cup comes back the way it used to be, and it's coming. But if it wasn't for those guys that believed in it, we wouldn't have a chance to live our dream. And I'll say one more thing, and I'll let Mark talk a little bit, but this is a crossover event, right? And we bring bass anglers into our event. We love it, and they love it. But we're starting to get a little jealous, Mercer, so I'm gonna propose something. All right, we got crossover events where bass guys get to come and play with us, but we're wondering when we get to go show ourselves in the bass world. So what I'm going to propose, thank you, is one day the champions that are standing on this stage right here for the Bassmaster Redfish Cup should get a berth to the Bassmaster Classic where they can prove they are the man, and we can build professional red fishing like it needs to be built.
You better start politicking harder for that. I thought you were like maybe a berth into an open. You went right just to go to the Super Bowl.
If this is as big a deal as we talk it is, then let us show up.
I don't make those decisions, but you can talk to Chris about that.
Pretty cool, and but anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank Port A for having us. Thank you all for having this great tournament. It's been a blast. We love what we do, and we pushed it a little too hard on this tournament, and we pushed that boat real hard. I want to thank Bubba's and Cedra if they let us borrow their Haney 25, whatever it is, Magnum, I guess, and that thing will eat up that bay out there, and it's like 6 footers, like solid, like 2 foot apart, and it was terrible. But we made it smooth. Camera guy didn't cry or anything, so it was a great time.
It's always successful when your camera guy doesn't cry. But you guys won the event last year. Congratulations, and I'll see you at the Bassmaster Classic. I don't know if it'll be on stage, but you're welcome. I mean, 8 teams down, 2 more to go, and you are 2 teams away from taking this title. The only guys you got to beat is the inaugural champion and the guys who have led this thing since day number 1. How you feeling?
I don't know, man. Like you said, both these remaining guys are good. I know Clark. I've never talked to Clark. I've been in several events over the years he's in. I know he's one of the best to do it, the best in Texas. So we'll see. Bring it in. Bring it up. Let's see what we got.
Are you nervous right now?
I'm nervous. I don't know if I want to cry. I don't know what's going to come out. We'll see.
I'm going to cry.
I might cry in a bad way. I might cry in a good way. He's a little more nervous than me. So we'll see.
Is he a crier?
I've never seen him cry. I whimper a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. I'm nervous. To answer your question, I'm nervous.
Well, you're kind of shaking, so you're either cold or nervous. I hope it's not cold. All right, let's bring up our next team, a former champion in this event, Ryan Rickard, fishing with Patrick Marsnick. Had 26 pounds even. They got 2 fish here today. They need 15 pounds, 2 ounces, 10 pounds, 8 ounces. They move into second place with 36 pounds, 8 ounces. Whatever way it works out, they're going to get a top 3 in this event, and that is a great finish once again. Ryan Rickard obviously won the first time we were here in Port Aransas. $36 pounds and 8 ounces. And our tournament leaders are 1 team away from taking this title. Pat, great event. I mean, no matter what way this shakes out, a top 3 finish here. And, I know there's only 10 teams in the tournament, but, I mean, top 3 in this group is something special.
Yeah, Dave, it's pretty heavy out there today, man. Without that 241 Skeeter Yamaha, we might have salt water in our lungs right now. We went straight through the bay, and it wasn't fun. But I got to thank this guy right here, dude. I couldn't ask for a better partner. Last 3 years, we've had some fun times, dude. And I want to thank Clark Jordan for all the hospitality. It's been fun. Got to thank my wife, most importantly. She's my biggest sponsor. She not only allows us, but she 100% supports it all, and stoked to be here, man.
It's great to have you here. And, Ryan, once again, Redfish Cup works out good for you, a top 3.
The first year was 1, the second year was number 2, finished second, and looks like we're probably going to finish 3rd in this one. Hopefully, if we ever get back, we don't keep going that direction. Hopefully it goes the other way, but hey, you know what? We started out in the first day, just didn't treat us right. We knew we had to get bit right again. I said it earlier, and but you just got to keep trying to climb up, and you never know what would happen on day 3. And we did all we could do, and it's just what it gave us. We fished as hard as we could. I got an unbelievable partner. The guy's an absolute hammer. He trusts my gut a lot. He just says, Ryan, trust your gut and go with it. And so it's just really good to have that camaraderie on the boat. I have a lot of people to thank. My wife for traveling with me. I also super appreciate you for being here. Clark for the hospitality. Kevin Aiken for the hospitality as well. Chris Brown and Skeeter Boats. Yamaha. Man, I'm going to tell you, I put that Skeeter through some things today that I have never put that Skeeter through, and we got back in some crazy stuff. Bull Bay rods, power pole. Without those power poles and that move, we wouldn't have done what we did. The Aqua Dream spoon, that new Aqua Dream spoon was really crushing them as well. So lots of people to thank here. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Robbie was shore up his mounts. Really good stuff. Thank you guys so much for putting this event on. We really appreciate you guys. Mercer, it's always good to see you. Chris, thanks for a really good turnout. And these guys, you guys work your ass off for this, and it's really congrats to you guys.
Congrats on a great event. Let's hold their fish and bring them up here first, because once we weigh these fish, it's going to get really loud in here. Real quickly, we'll talk to them before, and we don't need to talk about today. Okay, we don't need to talk about today. We'll find out how today worked out here in a second. But, man, a great tournament and a super team was put together here, I would imagine.
No, it was an awesome tournament. This tournament was kind of a goal of the year to start it off, to be able to make it, and kind of fell a little short. But luckily, Skeeter pulled up and invited me to fish, and I was very, very impressed with the boat. And Yamaha obviously is the motor to run. But no, it was a great event. Fishing was great. Weather took a little turn on day 3, but that's what will decide the right winner for the tournament.
Well, we'll see how it all works out here. Easton trying to become Bassmaster Classic champion and Redfish Cup champion in one calendar year. And, man, you had a great week here this week. Talk to me.
It's been an awesome week. I'm thankful for Skeeter Yamaha for giving me the invite to come here this week. And I'm thankful for Clark to be my captain this week. He's taught me a bunch. He's extremely dialed in on the redfish side of things. Every move that he does, I understand, because from what I do, everything he does is just so impressive. Just his mindset, his tournament mindset's pretty wild. But, yeah, I learned a ton this week, had a blast, and just grateful to be here.
Great to have you guys here. Let's see how this works out. We got 2 teams remaining. Guys, come on up here. Let's stand side by side and let them make their way up here, and let's see what they got. They started the day with 33 pounds, 11 ounces. They have 1 fish here today. That 1 fish needs to be 7 pounds, 7 ounces. £2, 14 ounces. With 36 pounds at 9 ounces, they move into second place. And that means they let it ride. And that business decision plays off for Versillo and Frost here on Championship Sunday. Congratulations, guys, on a great event. I'll bring up the folks from Skeeter and Yamaha to do the handoff and make this official. Tony Versillo and Darren Frost, your 2025 Yamaha Bassmaster Redfish Cup champions. The Yamaha Bassmaster Redfish Cup Championship presented by Skeeter Boats belongs to Versillo and Frost. Once again, the title is taken by a redfish team. In the 5-year history, only once has a hybrid team got it done. And once again, the redfish world reigns supreme. Versillo and Frost, your champions. And a business decision paid off in a big, big way. You get to keep those 2 smaller ones right there and bring them home. But, man, you can fill it full of whatever beverage you wish. I would recommend beer. It goes down smooth. What a business decision. You let it ride. And it paid off big time.
You can't say that. That's an understatement. I'm speechless, man. The very first thing, I want to thank God, because God made this happen. He was in my head all night and this morning, and I just had this feeling in my gut to not try that run. Paid off. I thank my wife and kids. I've been doing this 20 years, so my kids are 20 and 17. She's been doing it since they were toddlers. She supports it. As long as I bring a little money home every now and then, I can keep doing it. But thank Jim and Jared, Waypoint Marine. Like I said, they rolled out the red carpet for us. We had some other sponsors. My boss, I'm a real estate appraiser. He gave us some hats, said, wear these hats, I'll pay for your flight. So I couldn't say no. TNT Custom Boat Works, ZF Custom Rods. We had some others. I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say, man. I'm just so thankful. We've never fished here. This is our first time ever fishing here. We did a little research when we were allowed, before the things. He did a lot of it. This played out so good for us because it's like Florida. It really is. You can read the water the same. Like I was saying, you find mullet. In Louisiana, mullet doesn't really mean anything. Here, it was very similar to our style of fishing. which is a lot of just chunking grind. I was shocked we were able to sight fish on Monday, but we're so used to just grinding. You know, I think some people get caught up staring, looking for fish. And we just cast and cast and cast and cast. And, you know, we made a good decision, too, because the bite was early this morning. Every week it's been early. We haven't caught fish after 10 o'clock. We figured if we did make that run, we were pressing our luck with getting there during bite time. So I'll shut up now. I'm going to let Darren talk.
No, you don't have to stop because you're the champ. You guys won this deal. I mean, a master class in decisions, in tournament decisions. I mean, today what was put in front of you, I mean, it is so hard to make the decision that you guys made because, I mean, it's like playing small ball in baseball. You're bunting knowing that there's going to be other guys swinging, but that bunt played off, and you guys are the champs.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It hasn't even completely hit me yet. I was about to cry 3 or 4 times up here, and I don't remember the last time I cried, but thank these guys again. Thank you guys. And, yeah, the decision, I mean, last night we went to dinner, and I don't know. I just had that spot in my head. He was a little afraid of the spot initially just because the fish were freaked out in there. I just had a feeling that, you know, with this wind picking up and as bad as it was going to be going across that bay, I think I was kind of pressing him. And then this morning he completely, like, we got right there like he said. And when we hit right here, he looked at me and he's like, we're staying here. So we both – it's good to both agree, you know, because we both wanted to go down there, of course, because we feel like we can maybe get 15 pounds down there. But we don't know what this place does. So we don't know if it's going to get muddy down there. We don't know. What we did know was it was going to be 4 foot out in the middle of the bay, and that if we got down there and we got 14 pounds and we couldn't get back, it didn't matter. So the decision was everything. I mean, it's always a decision, you know, based on millimeters, ounces. It just hasn't hit me yet. Thank everybody. Thank Mamba again. Thank Mike. Thank Jim, Jared. Thank my wife and my little one, Amelia, right there. I love her to death. Oh, I'm about to cry. Thank you, guys.
Let's hold that trophy one more time, guys. In 2025, it all belongs to Versillo and Frost. Tony Versillo, Darren Frost, your 2025 Yamaha Bassmaster Redfish Cup champions. The 2025 Yamaha Bassmaster Redfish Cup presented by Skeeter Boats belongs to Versillo and Frost.